guys, welcome to Crazy Tech. In this video, we'll be discussing about strings and its operations. Let's start with initializing a string. I've told you before, for initialization, we have to use square bracket. Okay, you may put a comma between strings or may not. It's upon you. Okay, it will work just fine. Now let's say I want to access a string Samsung, so it's lies in first row second column. So for accessing we have to use a round bracket. Okay, first column second first row second column. Here you go. Sorry, I have to run it first. Okay, here you go. Now strings has been stored in the variable a. Now access an element called Samsung, first row second column. Okay, I can access multiple row column also. Let's say I want to access second column Samsung and also third column OnePlus. So you can write like this: 1 comma 2 colon 3. Okay, now I want that this string should be stored in a array of characters. Okay, there is a function called char. Okay, you have to choose your string. Let's say I want to convert this string into array of characters. So 1 comma 2. Here you go. B is another round bracket. Here you go. Okay, now B consists of characters. Okay, here is B is 1 cross 7 characters. Okay, now I can access this bunch of characters in the same fashion. I have shown you here how to access strings. Let's say B contains Samsung. If I want to access MSU only, so how do I do that? So here you go. MSU means I want to access third, fourth and fifth column. Okay, so B 1 comma 3 colon 5. Here you go. Okay, now let's quickly look at some of the useful functions. So guys, what I have been teaching you since my first video, I only focusing on that functions and that programming syntax only, which is useful for our upcoming videos when we'll be dealing with signal, audio, video and image processing. Okay, so MATLAB is itself a vast course, so I need you to focus on the specific contents only which are useful. So let's peek into the useful functions. Let's say I want to compare two strings. So there is a function called string compare, strcmp. So string compare, let's say B comma Samsung. Okay, so run it. Here you go. You have logical 1, so it will return the logical true or logical false. Okay, if I store it return value in a variable, so here you go. C is a logical array. Okay, so you know how to use this logical variable inside your program. we generally use it in if statement, conditional statement, like say if C. Let's display success, else display failure, end. Okay, run it. So here we go, success. If I compare B with some other element, let's say a comma, so character a comma, let's say I want to compare it with 1 plus, you can do like that. Okay, so here we go, it returns logical 0. Okay, fine. Now there is a function called string cat, str cat. As name suggests, what it does, it concat two string. Let's say I want to concat Samsung with notebook. Okay, so string cat b comma, put a space here, Samsung notebook. Okay, so what you will get, the concatenated output of B. Samsung is concatenated with notebook. Okay, let's see another function. Let's B have a value of 1 plus. Let's say it's a 1 comma 3. So here you go, you have a space in between 1 and plus. Okay, so I want to detect space inside a string. So what should I do? I have to use a function called isSpace. Okay, isSpace B only. So let's check out what it gives. It gives a logical array. Okay, so it shows the index where a space occurs inside a string. So first, second, third, fourth. 4 is logical one, means fourth index contains a space here. Okay, fine. Now look at another example. Let's say we have some redundant space. There is some redundant space in there is a leading spaces here and some trailing spaces here. Okay, so it's redundant spaces, so I want to remove those spaces. So there is a function called strtrim. Okay, strtrim b. So let's see, here you go, it removes leading spaces, also trailing spaces, not the space inside two word. Okay, so I hope this is very useful function to trim your spaces. Now let's look inside another function. There is a function called isLater. What it does, just undo it. Okay, function is called isLater. What it does, it searches particular character or bunch of character inside a string. Okay, let's say B contains here 1 plus. If let's say I want to search a bunch of character called PLU, capital PLU. Okay, so B comma string PLU. Okay, keep in mind that this function is case sensitive. Okay, no, is letter, sorry guys, my mistake. It's function called find str, I think. Find str, sorry. Yes, remove semicolon here. Yes, here you go, 5. So um, uh, it gives an integer which is the index of uh, of the strings which we are going to find out inside a string. Okay, let's say PLU, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It matches at this position 5th. Okay, so this function returns where this set of characters start matching we inside our string. Okay, that is 5th position. From 5th position onwards it matches with PLU. Okay, it's also case sensitive. I can find small PLU inside 1 plus. No, it's giving you empty matrix. Okay, okay, but I can also, let's say here is E, I can search a character also inside a string. Let's say I want to search E inside B, a string B which is 1 plus. Let's say here is your 1 cross 2 matrix showing the position where E occurs inside a string. Okay, clear? So let's say our previous example is letter. What it does, actually it returns the only letter, position of the letters inside a string, not characters. Sorry, not characters, because it's a character, but letter which is you know, A to Z, it's called letter. But space here, any digit, any symbol, it belongs to character. So let's say play this. Here you go. So first 3 is character. Okay, space is not a character, it's a letter. So here you have 0 plus character, first A1 2 3 4 5. So you have got 5 1, then 4 row, sorry, 4 0 for 4 digit here. Okay, okay, now let's look into another function which is str, string replace, REP, string replace. Okay, so if I want to replace 1 plus 3402 with let's say 0007, so what should I do? Here is B comma find out your old character, then replace with your new character 2. Okay, now it's 2 plus. Okay, if I want to replace single character, I could able to do that also. Here we go, TNA. Okay, so very useful string replace. Okay, now let's have a quick look about a common function, how to find out length of a string or character array. It's simply length. length a. So it's having 4 element. If I want to have length of v, here you go, it's having 13 characters inside it. Okay. So there is another function called blanks. C is equal to blanks 10. So what it does, it fills variable c with 10 blanks. Play it. Here you go. C is having 1 cross 10 element filled with blanks only. So why would I need it? I need it for initializing a character array before using it prior to a loop. Why? Let's see. I equals to 1 to 10 and C I, let's say B I. So let's comment it. Then compiler will show you a warning. What it does, the variable C appears to change size on every loop. Okay. So what this warning about, because the size of C is going to change in every iteration dynamically. So it will become hard, not hard, it will decrease up my processing speed dynamically storing a memory allocation for a variable inside while executing the for loop. So it decreases my processing speed. So it is a good practice to initialize a variable before using inside a loop. Okay. So I can initialize a variable if its size is known to me, or I could guess my C would be having 100 or maximum up to 200 characters long. Okay. If I have no idea how much C may contain inside a loop, then I would having no other option to declare C inside as it is. Okay. If I don't know how much size it will contain, so I have no option to no option, so I have to write like this. If I know that C is going to have only 10 elements, so it would be a good practice to initialize variable here. It will boost up your processing speed. Okay. So delete this. Okay. Now let's say my B only contains character having only digits. Play this. So I need to convert this string to a number. So how can I do that? There is a function called str to norm B. Here you go. C is an integer 1 cross 1 double, or is integer. Okay. If you have here a float variable, you need to use str to double. Okay. If I want to do reverse, I want to convert a integer to a array of characters, I have to use num to string here. Okay. So C is a 1 cross 4 character. I guess that's all you need to know for your programming as a beginner. anything come up, we will be discussing in our further video, which is based upon signal processing and image processing. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestion, feel free to comment, and if you like this video, press the like button and also subscribe button. Thanks guys, meet you in next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.